That attempt was way out of his reach. I really do not think Karl knew the shot clock was winding down, and Jordan managed to slip through and score. Michael Jordan is visibly shaken here. We always debate the greats, but when people actually watch Mike play, they are hit with this incredible aura. I am telling you, man, this black cat, this amazing gentleman, he did so much to revolutionize the game of basketball. I want you to watch and study how this man did not care about a single thing other than winning. I want you guys to watch his face the whole time. Just look at his expression. I am telling you, Mike was just built different than everyone else. So when I watch him, I watch with a keen eye. I will never disrespect the sheer greatness of Mike. I would never disrespect the legacy he built. You feel me? I am just like all of you watching at home. Every time I finish watching Mike, I just think, wow. And right here, like that. Is he actually better than Michael Jordan? Speaking of history, you have gotten really good at chasing those headlines. I am impressed. Is this what we are doing now? Look, we have Kyrie Irving here. It is a constant debate. Actually, it is never a constant debate. Has he reached that level? No, not even close. My team can relax. By the way, I want to ensure we are all giving Michael Jordan the credit he deserves. He has received plenty of praise over the years, but I want to say this personally to the man. Much respect to MJ. You inspired so many of us and set an entirely different standard for every hooper. I still look to you for inspiration, not just the highlights, but your mindset in those old interviews. This is not just hype. I am a grown man. I am simply going to give respect where it is earned. Every time I see him, I make sure to shake his hand and tell him how much I appreciate him. He handled all the pressure of being one of the greatest players of all time so well, and he has successfully transitioned into something even greater today. I am happy for him and for his family. Sending a lot of love to his entire family right now. He did some truly incredible things on that court. Kyrie Irving was left completely speechless watching Michael Jordan stumble toward the bench during the 1997 NBA Finals. Drenched in sweat and barely standing, Kyrie urged his viewers to study the face of a man obsessed with nothing but winning. One of the game's most gifted players today was genuinely stunned by the raw intensity found in that vintage footage. This was not Kyrie seeking attention. This was a champion who hit iconic final shots himself, breaking down the ultimate example of basketball greatness. Analyzing Jordan's legendary flu game changed everything. Kyrie discovered a level of mental toughness that challenges everything modern fans think they know about today's NBA. Watching one basketball mastermind study another created a rare moment where the student became the teacher, showing the massive gap between good players and unshakable legends. Kyrie did not just watch highlights. He turned the film into a masterclass, focusing on one detail most people miss: Michael Jordan's face. Fans have praised Jordan's grit for decades. But Kyrie noted how his expression never wavered even as his body failed, telling everyone to watch his eyes closely for the entire game. What Kyrie found was haunting. It was the look of a man who shut out the world to focus only on winning. A mindset so intense that sickness simply did not matter at all. Coming from a player who hit an iconic championship-winning three, this breakdown carried weight. He was not just reacting to a video. He was decoding the mind of a predator in battle. Kyrie understands that pressure, the kind where the entire world, the critics, and the season all come down to one single possession on the court. The next point hit home as Kyrie shifted to mechanics, breaking down the next layer of dominance, the absolute precision of a master at work. He focused on Jordan's footwork, explaining how every pivot and shift had a specific purpose. Fakes. He described the reverse pivot and the mid-range pull-up not as flashy highlights, but as calculated examples of pure intention from a cold-blooded scorer. Kyrie stressed that by 1997, Jordan was no longer winning with speed. He was a surgeon delivering calculated strikes with every step. Kyrie revealed something unexpectedly honest for a superstar of his incredible status. Michael, one of the greatest performances ever. You were out there for 44 minutes. It was all about will. Just pure desire. You have to come out here and do exactly what needs to be done. You wanted it so bad, you know? As a leader, I had to come out and give my absolute best. I just hoped the team would rally and make their own contributions. There was never any doubt. But honestly, how weak were you near the end? I was exhausted. By halftime, I felt like I had nothing left. I told them to use me in spurts, but somehow I found the energy to stay strong. I just wanted that win so badly. Reliving those highlights still fuels him. This confession proves he is doing more than just watching. He approaches film like a scholar dissecting a complex textbook. Kyrie is a true student of the game, and his evolution on the court proves it. Then he dropped a truth bomb that sent shockwaves through the entire basketball world. Analyzing Michael Jordan deeply reveals a level of greatness that is honestly terrifying. To be clear, he pointed to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's incredible 2024 season, MVP, scoring champion, and first-team All-NBA. While fans celebrated that historic run, Kyrie reminded everyone that Jordan had seasons like that 4 different times, not just once. His stunned reaction said it all. What are we even trying to compare? Kyrie's analysis cuts deeper than any stat chart, because he knows how brutal it is to win one MVP or one title, let alone repeating that success. Then he targeted today's analytics-driven culture, challenging the numbers-first mindset with a simple yet absolutely devastating question. Can we really call a player great if we aren't actually watching the game? It was a surgical strike against modern stat obsession. He forced fans to rethink what it really means to evaluate talent in the NBA. Kyrie hammered his point home with an example that was impossible to ignore. LeBron scores 20, Paul George scores 20. Same numbers on paper, but completely different stories once you actually watch them play. Without the eye test, he explained, you miss everything that actually matters. The difficulty of the shots, the pressure of the defense, the timing of those points, and the flow of the game. Stats can lie, Kyrie said. Jordan's flu game proved it because MJ's body language alone was enough to rattle every defender. Even while physically drained, he controlled the tempo and the mental game. No box score could ever track that. At that moment, Kyrie wasn't just reacting to some old clips. He was showing his audience how to watch basketball through the eyes of a pro, reading body language, sensing the shifts in tempo, and spotting the mental warfare in every possession. Then Kyrie opened up about his personal journey. He revealed his skills weren't just built in the gym, but through years of obsessive film study. He learned that from Kobe Bryant, who took those same lessons from Michael Jordan. He explained the gap between just watching a player and truly absorbing them. Many players worked out with Hakimuan, but only Kobe turned those post moves into a lethal, consistent weapon. That was the real secret. True greatness is studied, absorbed, and then rebuilt in your own unique style. That's why his Jordan breakdown mattered so much. It was a piece of basketball history being passed to the next generation. The most powerful moment was when he paused the film to show respect. He wanted to make sure everyone gave MJ his flowers while he's here. In that second, the vibe of the stream shifted. Kyrie wasn't talking like a rival athlete or even a fellow star anymore. He was a humble student honoring a true master. Kyrie wasn't acting like a competitor. He was a fascinated student, admitting he still watches every Michael Jordan interview and clip, study every detail. He studies how MJ handled pressure decades ago, and every time they meet, he makes sure to shake his hand and show his gratitude. That gesture isn't about being a fan, it's deep respect from one craftsman to the architect of the sport. Reflecting on Jordan's legacy, Kyrie showed just how rare this kind of genuine admiration really is today. Even after performing on the grandest stages, after hitting some of the most iconic shots ever and living with the pressure of being one of the most skilled players on the planet, he still feels like a student near Jordan. That's the MJ aura. Kyrie showed how Jordan's shadow still looms large over every single era. He wasn't just analyzing a game, he was proving that true greatness echoes through the years. Kyrie spoke of the wars no box score shows. The mental battles Jordan survived. That mask of focus that never once slipped. Those nights when his body quit, but his mind refused, Kyrie brought back the raw tension of that 1997 finals game, the deafening crowd, the sweat on Jordan's brow, and defenders biting on every pump fake even though they knew he was battling the flu. His point hit home. This went beyond talent. It was pure psychological warfare played at the highest level imaginable. As the stream continued, Kyrie's voice grew reflective, connecting Jordan's obsession to his own habits, Then tracing that fire through Kobe, Hockey, and Jerry West, every legend who spent endless nights perfecting their craft in the dark. It was like seeing a family tree of basketball genius come to life. He drove home a hard truth: greatness is never an accident, and it definitely isn't born from spreadsheets. It is passed down like a secret language, a code only true students understand. That is what made this moment so heavy. He wasn't just watching old highlights. He was teaching us to see the game differently, slowing the tape, dissecting posture, and breaking down each pivot to prove that elite basketball is still a form of art. In an era where every debate gets buried under efficiency ratings and win shares, Kyrie reminded us that stats don't actually make a legend. They are forged in fire, through pain and obsession. Kyrie Irving showing love to Michael Jordan was way deeper than just a simple compliment on a stream. It became a bridge between generations, a modern master craftsman paying his respects to the original architect of the game. As Kyrie analyzed Jordan's movement on camera, every foot plant, every hesitation, every shift in weight, it felt like more than analysis. We were watching a gifted modern scorer acknowledge the genius that built the game he plays today. For the fans, this was more than just a trip down memory lane. It was a rare look at how the elite read the floor. It revealed the deep respect even current superstars have for the level of control Jordan exerted over every play. Kyrie proved those signature moves aren't just relics of the past. They are living lessons in mastery that bridge the gap, teaching the next generation even decades later. By the end of the broadcast, the takeaway was crystal clear. The blueprint for being great has not changed. It is still found in the hours of film study and the obsession with every angle. Reading the defense and finding the tiny details that separate good from legendary. This breakdown was a reminder basketball is about so much more than just box scores and flashy highlights. It is high-speed drama, creativity, and strategic genius happening in real time. It is a form of expression that looks even better when you see it through the eyes of a true perfectionist. If this deep dive helped you appreciate the game on a new level, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more insights from the ballers who actually live and breathe this game. Because at this level, greatness is not just a topic for debate, it is something you have to experience. In this moment, Kyrie Irving reminded us why Michael Jordan is still the foundation, the measuring stick, and the standard the entire league is chasing.